Welcome to Parable Wednesday. So last week I told you that we are going to be doing the third parable in what is known as the lost parable. So we've done the parable of the lost coin. A while ago we did the parable of the lost son or the prodigal son. We did that in an Awana video. And so this week is the first of those three lost parables called the parable of the lost sheep, which is why you see I have all of these sheep up here with me today so that you have something fun to look at. So the lost parables are found in the book of Luke. So look at here, we're toward the back of the Bible. And then remember, another way that you can tell whether it's an Old Testament story or a New Testament story is that if Jesus is in the story and he's talking or they're talking about things that he did, then that is in the New Testament. And a reminder that a parable is a story that Jesus used to teach. So this is how that all got started. So the Pharisees and the Sadducees, so like the religious leaders, were sitting around and they noticed that Jesus was hanging out with people like tax collectors and other people that the people in the church just didn't really like. And they said, you know something, Jesus hangs out with all of those sinners, all of those people who do things wrong. I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of think like maybe he shouldn't be doing that. And so Jesus told this story. And he said, all right, think about this for a second. Let's say that there is a shepherd who has 100 sheep. Can you imagine having 100 sheep? That'd be a lot of sheep. And of those 100 sheep, one of those sheep wanders off. Now, wouldn't that shepherd go and leave that 99 sheep to go and find that one lost sheep, even though he still has 99 over here? He's going to go and look for that one sheep that is lost. And Jesus said, you know, that's what God does. And that's what I do. I'm going to go and find that person who is lost, even though there are 99 people over here who believe. There's that one over here who doesn't know who I am yet, who doesn't know who God is yet. And I'm going to go and I'm going to find that person and I'm going to teach them about God and about how much he loves them and how much I love them. Because in heaven, there is a bigger party, that one person over here who doesn't know about me and doesn't know about my Father. When they know who we are, there is a giant party in heaven. Because even though there are 99 over here, there was this one over here who was lost. And we're going to celebrate that. And so that's what we need to do too. We need to remember that none of us is perfect. We all are going to make mistakes sometime. And we just try our best to not make that mistake again. And so we don't get to pick and choose who it is that God loves. We don't get to pick and choose who it is that Jesus was going to teach. That's what the people in the Bible were trying to do to Jesus there, was they're saying, you can't teach that person. And Jesus said, no, that's not how this works. And so we need to make sure that we as believers of Jesus and that we as a church don't do that either. That means if somebody wants to come to church at Asbury, guess what? We let them come to church at Asbury. I love one of our Young in Faith, Highland, and I'm talking about you right now because you say this all the time, is he doesn't understand why not everybody comes to church. And so we should keep inviting people, even if someone seems like maybe they aren't like other people in our church. That's awesome, because God made all sorts of people and we want them all here. So these are your lost parables. The parable of the lost sheep, the parable of the lost coin, and the parable of the lost son or the prodigal son. So let me know which one it is that you liked the most. I definitely have my favorite, but I will put that in the comments later after some of you comment on it too. Otherwise, have an amazing week. We will be back next week with another parable. Bye, everyone.